Welcome to episode 31 of the Uncircumcised podcast, brought to you by puppies. You want a free puppy? Just go grab one and scream. Promo code Uncircumcised.
Hell yeah. The Backwards 13, episode 31.
How's everyone doing?
I don't know what the fuck that little intro was. Something about puppies and promo codes.
That's right.
Yeah.
You just grab one and yell, Uncircumcised, and run away. That's how you get a free puppy.
Yeah.
Alright, okay.
Yeah, you just yell uncircumcised, I guess, in the window when you throw a rock. I don't know. What's your plan on that? What's your plan on that?
However they want to do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's not me doing it.
All right.
How's everybody doing?
I'm pretty good. I'm all caught up on the rabbit hole, ready to talk about the Kiefer Sutherland show.
You guys ready? That's next week.
Damn
it. You got to schedule off a little bit there.
Well, I can still catch the finale then before.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I think you guys can catch up by next week.
Yeah, totally.
All right.
How's Ben doing?
No, I'm alright.
You? I know you've been working. You having a good day?
No.
No?
No.
Well, it's a Sunday.
At least
it was only a half a day.
They didn't know that. They didn't know that either. But, alright.
It is a Sunday. And what's not to like about a Sunday?
That's right.
Work.
Ooh. Well, it's a Sunday night.
Alright, there you go.
So, we're going to be talking about the Mario movie. Since, I know we all watched it, Saber, it's been a little bit longer for you since you watched it, so you probably need a little refresher as we talk about it.
I remember the parts that I liked the most. Like, yeah, we can talk. I'm ready to talk about the Super Mario movie.
Are we talking the old one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With John Leguizamo.
Yeah.
Bob Hoskins.
That's right.
Yeah, Eddie Valiant.
You know what? Actually,
in the flesh.
I prefer that one over the new one still.
Oh, yeah?
Just
you
because.
Do?
Yeah, I do.
Did you leave your fedora, like, upstairs?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, I would have expected the answer, then. All right, cool. Cool.
But, all right, so, how to start out on that one?
Man, you already started out with a hot take. Take it from there, Marty. You open up and let us know what you want to say about this movie.
Well, overall, I would say that the movie wasn't bad. Okay, I'm going to start over with that. The voice actors, I was actually pleasantly surprised. Done better than I expected. Mainly Chris Pratt.
Oh, God. You're one of those. Oh, God, Chris Pratt's going to ruin Mario.
No, I didn't think he was going to ruin it, but he did better than I thought he would.
He's playing a... Alright, no, it's not my turn. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
He's playing a video game character. Who cares? Like, honestly, who cares?
Overall, the movie was a little... Okay. See, where you go.
No.
If I'm, you want me to say something, and then
you
so you go ahead.
You can't really get into anything without spoiling anything.
We spoil everything.
No, I mean, if we're gonna go around, we can't just say all the points of the movie, and then we all just have nothing to talk about from there. But I mean, just general vibe of the movie. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, that's what I said. It's not a bad movie.
Yeah.
I really like the original one better than this one.
Yeah. Okay.
But, so yeah.
What about the original? Did you like more than this one?
Honestly, it's more of like watching it as a kid and enjoying it as a kid. So it's more nostalgia to me.
Yeah.
Than
from a Mario stance, though, like what did the original scream? Oh, this reminds me of the Mario game more than this one did.
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all.
Oh, okay.
The original one, as a matter of fact, so I was just reading up on that, it was supposed to be a lot darker than it was, and they had to tone it down drastically because the studio was like, no, we're not gonna let that go.
So maybe technically you're not saying the other one's
a better movie.
Mario movie.
It's just that
it's just your preferred movie to watch.
Correct.
Okay, so you can say objectively that the new Mario movie is a better Mario movie than the old Mario movie.
As a Mario movie, yes.
But you like the old one better.
Correct.
if you had to watch a movie right now.
Yes.
Even though whenever I came down into this basement, you were watching the new Mario movie, when you had the option to play the old one.
Oh, I just put it on just for the fuck of it.
So you put on the movie you
I wasn't even watching. I wasn't even down here
for
when you
the
came.
fuck of it.
I wasn't even down here when you came in.
Okay. All right. Whew.
So Ben, what's your opinion on the movie?
I definitely prefer this one to the original.
All right.
The original makes no fucking sense.
Oh yeah, but
even as just a movie, it doesn't make any sense. Dennis Hopper did what he could, but he could only do so much. It didn't have much plot to it, which is fine because it's a video game movie. That's cool. You kind of know coming in what's going on. I think they did a lot of fan service. They were like, "Hey, here's Mario Kart. Here's Super Smash Brothers. Here's the original Donkey Kong. Here's all this stuff." You know, I thought they did all right. Like I said, there's no plot to it. It's just a fun little movie.
On the original Donkey Kong stuff, I do think that during that battle that they had, I think they could have totally done.
They could have done it differently.
Yes,
but I mean, you get
save that for the sequel.
Yeah, you get the gist of it. It's like Smash Brothers, and it's also the original Donkey Kong. So you're like, I could see the similarity of both of them.
I only seen the Smash Brothers part. I didn't see the original.
Well, when he's throwing barrels, at him, that's but that's what Donkey Kong does.
Yeah, and it's Mario and Donkey Kong's meet cute.
Yeah.
Because they originally met in the old stuff, fighting.
What I forgot that freaking Seth Rogen was actually doing the voice, and I was sitting there, I was like, that sounds so familiar. I was like, who the fuck is that? And then I was like, oh shit.
I love how...
I thought it was the guy that did Pumbaa from the Lion King movie. Shit.
I never watched it in English anyway, so...
He said with a smug smile for some reason.
Apparently the German one is the preferred version of it. Okay.
For me, yeah.
Well. Anyway, they changed Donkey Kong, if you notice, in the very beginning, there's the arcade machine that says Jump Man on it.
Yeah, and it was, as a matter of fact, it was later on that too.
Towards the end, he sets beside it or something.
Yeah, right? When he did he crash into the building or something like that? And it was
Donkey Kong not Donkey Kong, Bowser threw him through it or whatever.
Well, if you guys want to go and actually start talking about the movie, we could, instead of just talking about the vibes.
I liked how they portrayed Mario and Luigi the down in the dumps, can't get their business off the ground.
I really liked his Mario voice being used as a gimmick for the commercials in appearances.
Yes. Also, original...
And it justifies video game Mario still using that voice because that's being recorded for video games and stuff. So in his real life, he'd still, every now and then, said an Italian anything.
At least 64 Mario, that guy, plays his dad.
Was it actually... Okay.
Was that his dad that was at the video game at the beginning?
No, his dad is the one when they go and they sit down to eat dinner and they're all the whole family just kind of shits on him.
Yeah, I figured it was actually the guy that turned around when they asked if it was.
Yeah,
I did too, but it might be. He might have done the same character, or he might have done both characters. But I know for sure that he was the dad.
He just looked like an old man Mario too at the same time.
Exactly.
But
I don't know, though.
They're down on their luck. They can't get their business off the ground. The Super Mario Brothers plumbing.
Yeah.
They end up taking their first call, and they screw everything up, which is fantastic. That dog was funny. Yes, the dog just...
There was a dog.
Yeah, the couple that they go to their apartment to fix their plumbing, right? Or they've got a leaky faucet or whatever, and there's a dog, and it's so... She's like, oh, it's so nice, he's so nice, blah, 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 blah. And Luigi steps on his bone and breaks it, and then he just eyeballs them. And then he ends up attacking later, which is it's funny. That was a funny part. I like that. And then they go home, get dunked on by their whole family because they suck.
I do remember that.
Yes.
I like that they're all very short and everybody else is fairly normal sized.
Yeah. Also, Mario goes to his room when he's all dejected to play Kid Icarus, which I enjoyed. Yep, I enjoyed Kid Icarus. Little throwback to Nintendo there.
There was a lot of fan service to it. I mean,
I thought Mario was Sega.
Nope.
Atari.
Jesus Christ. All right.
PC Engine, bud. 3DO.
No, that was the Jaguar.
Yeah, you're right, Jaguar. Anyway, so he turns on the news and there's like flooding in Brooklyn, so they're going to go down.
They're going to go save the day and do this big job.
They end up screwing it up. I think they didn't screw it up really. They pulled like this valve thing.
They kind of saved the day.
The valve wheels.
No. So in all reality, they caused all of this by basically
screwing up those people's plumbing.
So that part they fixed. Well, that after they fixed it, then the dog comes in and they fuck it all
ruins.
Up. Yeah. So,
but I thought maybe that was the reason, is because it's showing you where all the water's fucking up and it's going down into the pipes and stuff. I thought maybe that they try to connect it without saying.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Because you never see him fix it.
True. Well, the fix that he did was basically him like loosening or tightening the freaking valve on the toilet and then flushing the toilet.
Yeah, and all the water goes down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
But the thing is that after that, when they're like, oh, we're going to save the city by going, fix whatever huge water leak they have there, and they go down in the sewer.
And they find.
And then they go to, the magic pipe.
Well, essentially, they uncover this area that has been abandoned.
Yeah.
And it's got pipes all over the place, and just so happens one green pipe.
Yeah.
And
what?
Yeah.
Was it even green?
Yeah, it was green.
Okay, I didn't.
Because Luigi shined his light on it, and it was green all around it, and then he gets sucked into it.
Yeah. So, but the thing is that after they basically get into that, and then the whole damn town essentially gets destroyed because of them, going down there and coming back with Bowser.
That is true. I mean, you're skipping way ahead.
Yeah, but I just want to point that out real quick. They essentially caused a lot more damage than if they would have not even showed up over there. Like, if they would have just said, fuck it, we're not going to go over there, nothing of that would have happened.
Well, okay, you're right, but you got to have an hour and a half movie, so.
King Koopa wouldn't attack who?
Human world. The human world. Essentially, because they brought him to...
Yeah, but the point is, he would have attacked the Mushroom Kingdom and killed all of them to begin with.
Yeah, but they would have not known about it, and it would have been mattered at that point.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess it makes sense for the German to have the out of sight, out of mind kind of thing about genocide, huh?
Oh, man.
I'm just saying it's a good thing Mario was there to stop it. Go Packers, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Show a little pride in your... I guess you are. But either way, I thought Mario did a good job. For being there. A lot of fan service.
I was happy when they were driving the damn carts and then they jumped on the Rainbow Road.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, yeah. By Frost, yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I enjoyed Rainbow Road being on there.
Yeah.
I liked a lot of the stuff they did. Because, I mean, what are the plot to a Mario game?
Save the princess. That's it.
Yeah, save somebody.
Did you like how whenever they go, like when Mario gets to the Mushroom Kingdom, Toad leads him up to the castle, and the guards stop him, and then they just start fucking with him, and they say, "Oh, well, our princess is in another castle, not this one." And I was like, that's pretty good.
Yeah, there was a lot of really fun stuff in it,
but that's the reason why critics didn't like it, because they didn't get a lot of the references on the movie.
Even if you don't get the references, it's just a silly little movie with a lot of little fun stuff, and you're like, okay, we got to save Luigi or whatever.
Which, by the way, were you getting Luigi's Mansion vibes?
Yeah, they're definitely wanting to do a spin-off of that. Like
I'd watch it if Charlie Day comes back as Luigi. Give me that all day.
This movie made a
ass load of money, I'm sure.
Forking over time.
Oh,
it's made the most money for an animated movie probably since Shrek, I would argue. And they haven't even begun to market Mario like they've marketed Shrek, and Mario's been marketed for, 30, 40 years.
But since Nintendo...
we've seen so much more Mario lately. It's been outrageous. You're about to get beat to death with Mario.
Like what? I don't think that we're going to see another game for a while. We're not going to...
Oh, it's going to be all over everything products, everything at stores, TV.
I mean,
yeah, cross
products.
promotions.
Like, who were bought by
He's on
products?
your damn,
you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I just bought Bowser. Yeah.
He's been everywhere for a long time, but now that this movie's made so much money, they're just going to keep on. But if they let Charlie Day make a Luigi's Mansion movie, fuck yeah, I'm all for that.
See, I was really hoping, actually, when he got separated from his brother, that he would actually walk into a mansion.
Well, he kind of almost did. It was a castle,
yeah,
but, you know, it was the same vibe. You had Shy Guys there, all sorts of stuff, and I was like, oh, man, that's good.
And he turned his little lantern on or flashlight just like in the game.
Yep.
And now, also, within the movie, like the music itself, a lot of times it was that they had some of the old music in there.
Yeah, there was callbacks.
And then other times when they use the, songs,
80s music.
I was like, they could have switched it actually for some of the Mario music, and I would have enjoyed that more.
I get that.
Of course, Jack Black singing.
That was Jack Black? I knew he sounded familiar.
Which was my next question. What did you think of Jack Black as Bowser?
I don't think that his voice actually fit him too well. Didn't fit Bowser, I think. I mean, he didn't do a bad job, but I don't think his voice was that suitable for Bowser. I expected a little bit deeper voice for Bowser.
Well, really, the only thing you ever hear from Bowser is...
Exactly.
What about the old 80s cartoon?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Didn't he talk kind of like Rocksteady or something?
Yes.
Come here, plumber.
Yeah.
I just kind of expected something a little bit deeper, you know what I mean? It's just...
I thought he did fine.
Okay, recast it then, Martin. Who would you have?
Whenever Koopa was talking mean, he was talking deep.
Yeah.
I mean,
a little bit deeper, yeah.
You probably don't always need to talk like fucking Dr. Claw. But whenever he was like attacking cities and stuff, and he'd be like... But, whenever he's singing the President's United States song, he's singing.
Oh, God.
I like the old version better than his version, but I guess if you forget the words, you just kind of repeat yourself. But it was all right, man.
I knew when
you probably can't sing about eating peaches, though.
The thing of it is, here's the thing. As I sat and watched that last night, and that part came on, I knew when we came to do this, you would make the connection of the Presidents of the United States song, because I did in my head. I was like, oh, that's not the peaches I'm used to. And then I'm like, he's going to say something about this whenever we talk about it. I
didn't even think about it, so I was just sitting in that sentence just now.
Well, I'll be damned.
To be honest with you.
I honestly don't know what song you're making a reference to.
You've never heard Lump by the Presidents of the United States of America?
No, that's Lump. This is Peaches.
No, it's Lump.
It's Peaches.
He's never heard either of them. I'm just trying to confuse him even further.
The Forrest Gump song.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Okay, well, the Presidents of the United States of America were a band in the...
Al Gore and Bill Clinton put out a song about peaches.
I know what band you're talking about. I just don't
in the early 70s before he got into politics.
Okay. That's like... Never mind.
And it was peaches, 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 peaches. And Al Gore's like... Peaches, 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 peaches.
The fact that you almost seamlessly just went between both of them was fantastic.
Now, he does sing the song at the end again if you watch after the credits.
What? No. We're getting there. Because I've got the only bone I have to pick with this whole movie is the post-credits.
All right, go ahead.
Post-credits. Mine cut off.
Okay, so... This entire movie, I'm waiting for Yoshi.
Oh, yeah, I did
and
see
you
that.
got a small little scene of all these Yoshis, like, out and about doing their thing. And I thought maybe he was about to be introduced. No. And I was like, okay. So as the movie ends, I went, I watched the whole damn thing. He comes, like, they do the Bowser mid-credit scene where he's tiny, and, the guards are telling him to quit playing the song or what the fuck ever.
Oh, yeah, in his cage.
Yeah. Then the credits roll on for another, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then at the very end, it takes you back to that, tunnel of pipes, right? And it's, going down through there, and then you just see a small Yoshi egg that starts shaking and then cracks open.
You just remind me so... I'd completely forgotten about the pipe traveling.
Yes.
It was just straight out of Bill and Ted. It was the straight up time tunnels off Bill and Ted.
Yep.
Like, they even exited out of them the exact same, and it was 100% just Bill and Ted.
Well, also...
I was kind of okay with that, but also at the same time, I was like, I don't give a shit.
They're just warp tunnels is all it is, yeah.
But, I mean, a time tunnel, I guess.
Same thing.
And I would have liked to have seen, like, as a joke, maybe a phone booth go through there, but maybe somebody would have thought it was Dr. White or who. Or
When?
During the Mario movie.
Oh, how?
Huh?
How?
I don't know. However they put shit in the movie.
Why?
Huh? Because it would have been a really funny callback to Bill and Ted, but if somebody thought it was Doctor Who or whatever.
Fantastic. Anyway, yeah, I was really upset that Yoshi just shows up as an egg at the end of it,
but
he says his name, and that's it, and I was so mad.
You know what they reminded me of? You remember I think it was in 2000, whenever the Godzilla movie came out.
That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, at the end. You remember that?
It was 98, because I went to see it when I was a kid.
I did too. I just
talk about disappointment. Thanks, Matthew Broderick.
The Zelda movie?
Yes. They're making it right now.
No, in the 90s. I never really got into Zelda or anything. But.
No, Godzilla.
Oh, my bad.
But no, that's what's reminding me of.
Godzilla movie. Okay.
The one that...
Matthew Broderick
is
in. You know, after he killed that person in that car wreck.
Shit, I can't believe he didn't go Gadget Godzilla's ass.
They came out around the same time, I'm pretty sure, too, right?
He could have helicoptered up there, maybe got eaten. If he had a car, he might have. No, we saw him almost take out a poo in the car. Or he did kill a poo in the car, didn't he?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, anyways. Mario.
Yeah. That's the only...
Luigi.
That's honestly the only problem I had is Yoshi wasn't in it until the Metro end.
Yeah. I don't care Yoshi wasn't in it.
I love Yoshi. Yoshi's
fun. They're going to make tons of sequels.
They need to. And Yoshi better be in this motherfucker now.
I think Illumination knows how to make silly movies. Like, the Minions movies are a lot of fun, despite how annoying their advertising is.
Yes.
Like, terrible memes. The movies are still pretty funny.
I also did like how they had the different power-ups and all that stuff from Mario.
Yeah.
They represented
Tanuki Mario was in it and all that.
Yeah. The freaking cat.
The cat one, yeah.
Now, I do think... did he ever get the Fire Flower? I don't think he did.
Yes, he did.
Did he?
Yeah, and he got immediately blown out by Donkey Kong.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But Donkey Kong,
so he didn't actually get it.
Well, Princess Toadstool got to use it.
She got it, and then Donkey Kong got to use it too.
Yes. Yeah. I was kind of like, really? They're not going to give Mario the Fire Flower? I was like,
that. He also didn't get the feather that gives him the cape either. So,
but that's because, you know why? Because
sequels, man.
No, so
that's why they didn't have it in Super Mario 1.
Mario 3 didn't have the cape. It had the
raccoon tail.
Yeah, Tanuki. Yeah,
yeah, and that's the replacement. The feather is actually the replacement for that. Like,
well, Mario 3 had it, and then Mario 4 had the cape.
Yeah, the Super Mario World.
Yeah,
for the SNES.
Yeah, I mean, it's just different ways to do the same gimmick, that's all.
Yeah.
And you gotta save different stuff for the different movies, man.
Billy the Bullet in it and all that good stuff.
I like seeing...
I'm sorry, who?
Billy the Bullet.
Billy the Bullet.
I like seeing Spike Koopa in there. Or was it Spike? The wizard one. He had the glasses.
I can't think of the name, but yeah, the one that serves Bowser. He was one of the
villains early on in, I think, Mario 1 or 2, right? He was one of the just sub-level Koopas at a castle.
Yeah.
I like seeing him in it. I just had a lot of fun watching the movie. It was, for a Mario movie, I did not have a bad time. It was almost instantly forgettable, but I mean, that's pretty much Mario for me. And then I see places and I'm like, oh, there's Mario. I don't see how it makes a bunch of money, but it's on merchandise, I mean, maybe other than selling hats, but
overalls,
people love Mario. People love Mario.
Well, during Halloween, that's going to be uproar, and everybody's going to be Mario this year.
But as a guy that wears a lot of hats, I don't have any Mario hats. And,
I mean, neither do I.
Yeah, well, you got a King Koopa sitting on your table.
Yes, I do.
And he breathes fire.
That's right. Mm-hmm. I wish it was actually like a lighter, so it would actually be fire.
Well, they can't market that to children, Martin.
Well, I mean, they don't have to market it to children. They can say, it's for
It's a Mario toy, Martin. They're definitely going to market it to children.
Kids are going to be like, holy shit, that's Bowser. Let's go.
Really fucking sweet.
I could modify it.
Yeah.
That's your summer project. I want a flamethrower Bowser.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it'd be fairly easy to do. You just have to put a pipe up through him and let it shoot out, and you can put a butane torch right up his ass going down the tail. Yeah, dude.
God.
Oh, dude. Easy. It'd get a little hot, but you could do it.
Yeah, you can insulate basically some of this right here so it doesn't melt it.
Yep. We'll do it, man. We'll do it. Give me a drill, man. I'll put it right in his head, dude. You can do whatever you want with it.
Well, there's already like holes within that, so you can actually like.
Yep.
There's already holes.
There it is. Yeah.
But no, look. So
it's a goddamn laser in his mouth, Martin. He's shining my eyes.
But no. That's pretty fucking bright.
I know it's not a literal laser, but
would you quit trying to show everybody about blinding them?
It's not a literal laser, but it's very bright.
I blinded myself of it. Come on now.
They did try to make King Koopa relatable by saying he was in love with Toadstool, but I mean, he's still a son of a bitch, and I would like for him to be more of a son of a bitch. But
it's always been the story behind it. He always wanted to marry her.
But he's like,
When does that explicitly say that?
He was just trying to kidnap her, and I mean, I guess technically to take over the kingdom, you would need to marry her.
I guess.
Yeah.
But then again, in 64, he just, put her in a stained glass. So,
yeah. And then he's
trying to preserve the peach.
Either way.
Trying to get him some peach.
Man.
Yeah.
Now, Mario 64 was not my favorite Mario game.
Oh, that's because you're wrong.
Yeah, duh.
Is that your favorite Mario game?
Fuck yes, it is, and always will be.
People of a certain age, that's the best Mario game, without a doubt.
And
I didn't continue to play Mario games, but I'm sure there's been some fantastic ones.
See, I'm kind of in the same boat. I played Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Then 64. That's it. Those are the two I've played.
Yeah.
But, I played the old ones, original ones. Like 3 and all that.
I dabbled in some of the Mario Karts. I may have seen people playing the other games, but they didn't, look appealing to me.
I didn't play Sunshine or anything like that.
The Odyssey looked like it might be neat to run around in GTA stuff, but, I can't be bothered to buy a whole Nintendo system just to maybe 20 minutes of a Mario game and then never play it again.
So I played pretty much all the Mario games. And
you got one of those Nintendos though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will say that when it comes to the 3D Mario games, I think that Mario Sunshine is my favorite. But
that was the one right after 64, wasn't it?
Yes.
Is that the one where you go around squirting all over the place?
Yes.
That's right. Good God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well,
there was just so many other ways to put that.
Mario
so no wonder that's your favorite.
No, so they for the Switch they did release whether you can get Mario 3D All Stars, what they called it.
Yeah.
Where you got Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy.
Well, okay. Mario 64 is not going to play the same on any other system, I wouldn't imagine.
I don't know. I've only ever played it on an N64. So.
Well, I played it on the freaking DS. They released it on
I'm sure. Yeah, they always.
Well, the 64 had such a weird controller.
Look, people hate on that controller.
I love
that controller.
I loved it for the games that utilized it. Right, man. It didn't matter how your hands worked because you could make it work.
Now I say that Mario.
My big hands today may not work the same as my little hands all over that son of a bitch like a spider monkey.
But it's like Seaver said. I just Super Mario World, Mario 64, the original Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Mario Kart 64.
Yeah.
I've played 8. It was literally 64 and the newest one that came out.
Yeah,
that's the one
I didn't play the one on the GameCube either.
But that's kind of where I'm at. Also with Mario Party, I literally did 1 and 2. And
it's
that
like
was
I
it.
just started
Well, I
playing
did play the used
PlayStations
one.
and GTA games, and
Yeah.
then I just never went back to buying Nintendo systems.
Now I bought my son
I
a Switch, and he'll play them, but
I
it's
didn't
just like
care to get a GameCube, so I never played Mario after that.
and
That's
also
really what it is.
just Smash Brothers. That's the first one. That's the one I played, and then Ultimate, the one that came out.
I didn't
recently.
play.
I
I
never
didn't
got
play
a
the
Wii.
original Smash Brothers. As a matter of fact,
Oh, I did.
played the one for the like Brawl that was on the Wii, I think.
I never got a Wii. My friends would get a Wii, but I never play their Mario games.
I had
you
one,
know.
but I didn't play Mario on it. Played
Mario
Zelda on it.
Mario Galaxy was actually really good on the Wii.
Oh, I'm sure. Look, I'm not hating
That's
on
the
these
one where you
games.
jump planet to planet. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not hating on the games at all, but it's just, I don't know. I mean, I like Mario. Don't get me wrong. Platforming, all that. They called back to platforming in the movie, too.
Oh yeah, totally.
A couple times.
Right at the beginning, as a matter of fact.
Yep.
As they go to their first plumbing job.
Yeah, they're platforming all over the place. The
Yep.
construction area, all that.
Yep.
I don't know. I like Mario. Mario's just an iconic character, but it's not something that I'm going to go out of my... Like, if I hook up my N64, I'll play Mario 64. But then I won't play it for years. And then I'll go back
Now,
to it.
let me ask you, did you ever beat Mario 64?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I've beaten it, but it wasn't until I was an adult. I never beat it as a kid.
See, I didn't have a 64.
That's
I
right.
used to beat it all the time when I was a kid. Mario was a bitch.
Well, you've got you beating it all the time as a kid. Martin preferring to squirt all over everything in his
Yeah.
Mario games. So
What about you?
It's like Nintendo is like a way more family-friendly game system. Sure, the Mario games look fun, but I was just never interested in other. They're family games with innovative ideas, but after 64 and the Wii, the innovations were never enough for me to want to get a Nintendo system, and the games weren't cool enough. I never liked Zelda, and Mario's tired to me, and that's pretty much Nintendo. Oh, the Pokemon. People like those. The little pocket monsters. But I played the Rick and Morty pocket monsters on my phone, and I had enough. I didn't need... That was enough for me.
Well, so as a kid, I loved Pokemon.
Pokemon.
I played freaking Blue the hell out of it, and then I played some of
Wait,
Silver,
what now?
Blue.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I just heard blew the hell out of it. Okay.
It's a perfect
cartridge, man.
Perfect usage for that game.
I actually had
A
red
very Tobias version.
and then had gold.
I had Silver.
See, and then I quit after that.
Yeah,
I did play one of those, whatever the hell the old first Game Boy games of them were that were like,
it was blue,
Pokemon.
red, and then yellow.
Yeah.
it was just like Pokemon. Maybe I played through one of those.
Yeah, it was one of those three.
It was the same game, essentially.
I may not have played through the whole thing.
Okay.
I got the idea of it. It was fun on the handheld, but I just...
Yeah. Pokemon, I mean, as a kid, I loved it. Now I'm like, it's a neat concept for kids, but it's kind of like over and over and over and over.
It was just like Pokemon Go. Like, I had it. My son played it on my phone. I had no interest in it myself.
I played it for about a day, and then I was like, okay, that's cool,
You walk around, catch shit.
Well, so I played for a couple days, and then I basically cheated in it, and then I
Yeah,
got
and then
banned
what's
from
the
it.
point?
Do you remember, like, the day it launched? I can remember just people in droves walking down the street.
Yeah, it was
and I was
weird.
like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
So the interesting thing about that is actually, before Pokemon Go, the same company made a game called Ingress.
Yeah,
And-
and they just reskinned it to Pokemon.
Yeah, and a lot of the stuff that's around here, Ingress basically did the groundwork for it, because a lot of your gyms and all different things that you can go to in the Pokemon Go
Yeah.
were not there before that. So all the Ingress players were actually submitting different stuff so that they have basically their beacons or whatever. I can't remember what they were now.
Pokestops.
That they can go
Yeah.
to. But there was a lot. Me and my buddies put up a lot of them around here, and so then seeing it in Pokemon Go, I was like, it's kind of interesting because we kind of did the groundwork for the.
Yeah. Yeah.
the
So
company.
Martin is mad that he's not credited
Yeah.
with Pokemon Go.
No,
That's essentially what...
I can.
He
care
feels
that.
like he should have got a hat or socks.
Yeah.
or a
Yeah,
button or
maybe. Yeah,
something.
maybe
He got,
they should have done
he got
that, you know what?
slighted.
Maybe even a sticker.
And I mean, look, I'd be upset too. But
Just an email.
Just it's like, thanks, bud.
Yeah, you can frame it and be like, here, I did this. But as far as the Mario movie, did Koopa eat a mushroom that made him small and they just caught him? Was that how anticlimactic it was?
They force-fed it to him.
The mushroom to him to make him small.
Because I feel like after they painted him as not a bad guy, the end battle wasn't very dramatic, was it? Or did he really try to kick some ass?
Oh, he tried to kick some ass, but Mario and Luigi both grabbed the star. And fuck him up.
Yeah, dude.
And at that point,
star mode.
And then after that, he's down, and Princess Peach just force feeds him.
Star mode was cool. That was a neat scene, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And like I said, I did enjoy the power ups and all that stuff, so that was pretty neat.
I liked a lot of it. I had a lot of fun.
I'm trying to think, was there any other reference to any other Nintendo games otherwise?
Undoubtedly, yeah.
I didn't see anything other than Kid Icarus
and then Jumpman.
But Jumpman's Mario.
Well, they have posters like the pizzeria that in the very beginning and in the middle of the movie. That was it was Punch Out Pizza, Punch Out Pizzeria.
Yeah.
So that's Super Punch Out, or just Punch Out.
Yeah.
But then you had other things like they had posters on the wall that were for I think Kung Fu was one of them or Karate, whichever one it is, for Nintendo.
Yeah, I just can't remember, visualize any other, big reference or anything like that.
I mean, they were all subtle. No, it wasn't anything massive.
Well, they had all those, toads in the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
They were a reference to the other Mario games, man.
What's funny is if you notice, they all had, they seem to all have different names, right?
Yeah.
Except for Toad.
Yeah.
But Princess referred to them as Toads.
Yeah.
So what's his...
Well, she probably named him.
Maybe.
Let's
Well,
assume.
he told her his name.
Oh, yeah. Well,
he told Mario his name.
I thought he told her his name too.
Because he says, I'm Toad.
Yeah, but whenever they first met her,
yeah, I could have wondered he was out.
Did she name them all?
Doesn't say. It just shows her coming through the warp pipe and then
she was talking about how they found her and they made her the princess.
It was all they were all generic characters, and I know why his name's Toad and she's Toadstool because it was. But in the movie, did they say? Because it looked like they found her and she was a baby after she got flushed, wherever she came from.
God damn it.
Well, she was a toilet baby, 100%.
You don't think as a toddler she could have just wandered down there and went down the tunnel?
No. Somebody's going to look for that baby. They'd be like, oh shit, she went down this tunnel. No, man. Shit.
Yeah, but by the time they were
unwanted.
oh shit, yeah, she went down this tunnel. She could have went through the pipe.
Definitely unwanted. And she went down there with fungus and started eating that shit.
Well, in Seaver's...
And they became sentient. And it's kind of like humanity just evolved from, another standpoint.
How do you watch movies? I don't... do you think about this stuff as it's going on or just later?
No, I just make assumptions.
Okay. Cause...
You got sentient mushrooms, man. Fungus are basically an alien species here. It's just if they evolved the brain instead of us, that's probably how it would go. Duh.
So, do you think maybe
she got flushed? She got flushed and went into that world.
So she got flushed, ate a bunch of shrooms.
He just said fucking duh. Like anyone else is gonna think about this. That doesn't deal with fungus directly. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, you just gotta,
I just took it as at face value.
Exactly, that's face value. That's how it happens. That's how.
I'm sorry, I just couldn't. I didn't think. Oh man, she just didn't. Her parents didn't want her. They flushed her down the fucking toilet.
They flushed her down the toilet, and she wound up in some weird shit dimension.
Hell of a toilet.
Maybe somebody on mushrooms took a shit and it went down there, before her, months before, and it evolved in a different time and speed.
So is Cooper basically...
Because is she
King Cooper just like...
Cooper?
20s of years old?
Hanging with Mr. Cooper?
No, I mean... Bowser,
oh, shit.
Did somebody just flush down a giant fucking snapping turtle down the toilet?
No, man, he was from a different world.
Yeah.
Like he was
from the Dark
He was
Lands.
from like the
Yeah, but
equivalent of our world.
maybe he ended up over there
just
too because somebody flushed him.
Because they all use these different time tubes.
Well,
No, man, he swam over there in his boat. You saw it, didn't he?
swam over there. You mean that big giant moving mass of whatever the hell that thing was that has anchors that are just spike balls on it?
You jump around on the game, the big boat.
Can I just say, you just pronounce, can you say Koopa?
Koopa?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Because you were talking about hanging with Mr. Cooper for a minute, and I didn't know what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Which is another American thing you probably don't know.
Cooper.
I don't.
Yeah, you don't want to. It's not worth it. But anyway.
Shut your mouth. That's fucked up, man. Can't do Mr. Cooper like that.
Oh.
Who's Mr. Cooper?
Nothing.
Mark Cooper, man. He was a legendary basketball coach in the 90s.
He's not wrong. Like, that's exactly the premise.
He ended up teaching high school basketball, though. I don't remember why he ended up getting kicked out. But
And a bunch of people hang with him.
I'm going to assume he was playing grab ass, Banished to a school and eventually flushed a kid down the toilet, yada, yada, yada. She became a princess of, the Mushroom Kingdom.
Right.
And obviously it's the Mushroom Kingdom. How did you not... I feel it. The mushrooms and the sentience. It's right there. They worship the mushrooms. They are mushrooms.
I just took it as a Mario movie.
Yeah.
I didn't... There was no AC Slater jokes. I was kind of bummed about that.
All right, so... Sigurd, what would you rate that movie?
I don't know, man. I kind of like the old 90s one better as a Mario movie, personally. I just dug the vibe of that more than this one.
Well, if you had to give a rating 1 to 5.
Oh, this one?
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe a 3.5. It was maybe no a 3. It was about. Ooh, goddamn! Seth Rogen though, he was all right as Donkey Kong. He wasn't as obnoxious. Man, there's a lot to mull over. It was a solid 3. It was fun. I didn't really give a shit about it. Don't give a shit about it now. I wasn't mad. I watched it. Had a good time. 3 is fair.
3.
Yeah.
All right. Ben, how about you?
That's 3 from me.
3.
Yeah.
I would say it is one of the more fun and probably the most fun and more faithful adaptation or time of a video game I've had in a movie. I'd say it's one of probably the best video game movie you could watch.
Depending on what the type of video game, I would say. But
no. What's one video game movie that's a better video game movie than this?
You know what? I have to give it to you on that one because you said movie.
Yeah.
If you would have said movie or TV show, I would have then said The Last of Us on TV show.
When the hell did we start talking about TV shows?
No,
I'm just saying, it just jumped in my head.
Video game movie for sure. And before this, I would have said Sonic the Hedgehog, and that one wasn't even that great. But most video game movies suck, and this was a good one. I'd give it that for sure.
You didn't like Doom?
Huh?
Good God.
I've not watched it since it came out. I don't remember liking it. I do remember The Rock, but that's just from seeing the movie case. I pretty much forgot everything about it except that scene where it's shot
first
like
person.
Doom.
Yeah. Like Hardcore Henry or whatever it's called.
Was it kind of like a bad Alien ripoff more so than a Doom movie?
I don't remember.
I think I'd probably
forgot that movie.
I think I'd probably give Doom a 1.5. Out of memory.
Well, so Mario, I will say I give it a 3.5. Just because of the showing like all the little things from the other stuff from the games, like Kid Icarus, and bringing all that shit in, and then Rainbow Road from Mario Kart and all that shit. So I give it a 3.5 on that one for me.
I'm honestly a little worried that it's going to try to be the next Shrek as far as massive takeover of things, so I'm really excited that Shrek is making a new one to see if he can maintain dominance over cartoon movies.
Okay. I was never big into Shrek, so I don't know. But I don't think that Mario is going to, like, Nintendo is going to push a lot of Mario movies. I think we're going to have this one, and then if you see another one, probably maybe in another 5 to 8 years, if we do.
No, dude, you're going to see a Luigi movie by 2025, I bet. Or
You think so?
maybe 2026. They're going to fast track another project, I promise you. There's no way they wouldn't try to jump on this. The only reason it took them this long to make this one is because how bad video game movies have been and the bad taste that they got left in their mouth by the other Mario movie. This one being a success, having so many setups for like a Luigi movie, stuff like that, they're going to fast track it. They had ideas in their back pocket while they were making this movie to make more movies.
Do any
Guarantee
of you?
it.
They do talk about Luigi's bravery through the whole thing, too.
Yeah.
So,
And one of the big complaints people had about this movie was Luigi wasn't in it enough.
And then also, of course, Yoshi at the end, the egg.
damn it.
But have you seen Shrek?
I have, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, like I said, I'm just not into Shrek that much. Like, it's all right. It's just not where I'm like, oh, I like rewatching those.
Well, do you understand the layers of Shrek? How deep the onion goes?
I haven't like dove into that rabbit hole myself, so I can't say that I went too deep into that.
There are a lot
one.
of really deep metaphors in life that get expressed through Shrek that you may not have picked up on. We should probably watch over that another week coming up on the podcast. Dissect Shrek.
Dissect
Farquaad.
Okay.
Yeah. John Lithgow. One of his finest performances. He came up a little short, but it was good.
All right. Let's jump to the next thing real quick here. Let's talk about the machine.
I'm out.
What didn't you like about Shrek?
I'm not saying that I didn't like Shrek. I'm not into Shrek. Like I'm not big into the.
How can you not like Donkey?
I'm sorry.
He's so much fun.
It's your hate for Smash Mouth, isn't it?
Pinocchio? Pinocchio's hilarious in that movie. The gingerbread man, dude. You said you liked the Pussy Boots movie. How could you not like Shrek? That wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for Shrek.
Oh, I know.
It wouldn't be half the movie it was. The reason another Shrek movie is coming out is because people liked that one.
I know.
Did you ever watch Shrek 4, man?
Yeah, well, I've seen them all.
Was there a fourth Shrek?
Whatever, how many movies
Shrek
there
Ever
are.
After.
Yeah.
The first one was the best one for sure. People argue the second one was the best one, but they're stupid bastards. The first one was a cinematic masterpiece. And it built 10 solid years of just ridiculous products and marketing. And we got green ketchup.
Not anymore.
Ooh, if we can get Koopa ketchup, if they bring green ketchup back. Oh, but wait, maybe Shrek will come back and bring green ketchup. That'd be good. That would be real good.
I never had green ketchup.
They had some for about 2 to 3 years whenever Shrek was out for a while.
Yeah, I know they had it. They also had purple, I think, didn't they?
Yeah. They ended up having to discontinue it because they legally couldn't call it tomato ketchup because they had to put such weird additives in it. But it was good. Green ketchup was weird.
No. How about we go to The Machine?
Okay. Yeah, that was a movie that would have been a whole lot better if Bert Kreischer were Shrek.
You think so?
Man,
so if you were... Okay, hold on a second.
Yeah, if you were doing... they're almost interchangeable because Bert's kind of an ogre.
So...
and he's got a heart, just like Shrek.
Think of the movie right now, and then imagine Shrek as a character the whole time.
As Bert?
Yeah, as Bert.
Yeah. Yeah. Instead of everybody saying he's got tits, they'd be like, oh, you're just a smelly ogre. And he'd be like, I know who I am.
So instead of the machine, it's the ogre.
Yeah. We heard the legend of you, Shrek. And he'd be like, yeah, you heard about me in my swamp. Get out of my swamp. It'd have been great. But the movie we got had Bert Kreischer in it.
Yes, and no Tom.
Huh?
No Tom, unfortunately. I expected to see Tom in the movie, but we didn't.
I'm glad Bert got, his spotlight in it. I thought he did a fine enough job.
Yeah, the movie is fun.
Knowing Bert, knowing the machine story, how wild everything was, I kept expecting the movie to be something it never became. Never really got what I wanted out of it, but what happened in it was fine enough. There were some really, really, really funny parts, but it was kind of boring throughout parts of it too.
There was, yeah. I mean, it had the slow moments and shit like that. And
Mario movie was a lot more fun. I'll say I'm glad we went to see it on the matinee for cheap. Like, it's definitely worth matinee to go see it and support stand-up comedians getting ridiculous money to make ridiculous movies. Definitely worth a matinee.
I mean, that's for some people that really enjoy his comedy. I think that they're gonna love the movie, no matter what.
While I was watching it, I was like, "This is like the perfect level of not good, but like relatable and almost good." That I feel like a lot of idiots are gonna be like, "This is fucking amazing." And there's nothing wrong with that. There's a great market out there for it. And I hope this connects with that audience in theaters so it makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
And we start seeing more wild, silly movies. And that Bert can make more of these because maybe part 2 will be... He seems like a weird kind of guy that'll take a lot of feedback. And in the next one, he can do more of the up it wild shit that maybe people request out of this one. Luke Skywalker was really good playing Anakin in this. Weird to see him as the villain. He was a highlight of the movie for me because Bert's not a very good actor, even though he was playing himself. He's a comedian. He's not a movie actor. He was still believable enough in it for me not to be like, okay, this isn't a movie. He did a serviceable enough job for it to be his first big acting gig.
Yeah.
Definitely did better than I guess a lot of people would have.
Yeah, there's plenty of movies that I've seen that done horribly bad at movies, but they've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, I could tell he tried.
Yeah.
Sweet guy, sweet, rich, dumb guy.
Have you, Ben, are you familiar with a comedian?
Yeah, I know him.
Have you listened to this podcast or anything like that?
Oh, no, not at all.
It's pretty entertaining. I do enjoy the podcast.
Martin's a big fan of it because he owns one of Hitler's cups.
Yes, he does. No, wait, no. Well, it wasn't Bert that owns it. It was Tom.
Oh, no, it's Bert.
I thought Bert, was it Tom buying it for Bert or Bert buying it for Tom?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He was laughing, saying, "I need to throw this away," but he's like, "I can't." And Martin's like, "You're goddamn right. You keep that. You cherish it."
Damn racist jokes.
What a racist joke. There's nothing racist about that. You're the one that's a big fan of the guy because you heard that he has Hitler's cut. I mean, there's nothing racist about that. You just think it's a cool historical fact. It's an odd thing to call somebody racist about.
Overall, the movie, I say that movie. I'm just going to go ahead and rate it. As a matter of fact, I give that movie a 3. Also, it was entertaining enough. I'm going to bring up one part actually of the movie that was quite hilarious. Ben, you haven't watched the movie. I know you're not really planning.
Oh no, I give it a 5.
No, I was going to say I'm not going to bring up too much.
No, I gave it a 5. Hey,
the part.
5.
Good. I'm glad.
I don't know what that is in Germany.
The part Martin's going to bring up probably has to do with a 5 too, kind of.
5.
Yes, it does have to do with a 5.
See?
But
secretly watched the movie and you didn't know it.
So listen.
5 fingers going into a throat.
So what happens is that a guy basically gets cut on the throat.
Okay.
And Bert, the guy still stands there, getting ready to attack him after he gets his throat cut.
Mm-hmm.
And Bert just
you
takes
heard the
his
machine
fist.
bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Russian mob's they see the bit on TV and they're like, oh my God, that's the guy that robbed us. He's got my watch.
Okay.
And so they go after him nowadays, and it's really Bert, and yada, yada, yada. He's never was a badass. He was just a drunk, silly guy doing American Austin Powers shticks, right?
Gotcha.
An hour into the movie, they're on this train, and he's trying to connect with somebody who may know where this watch is, because this mafia lady's escorting him. This big, huge son of a bitch comes up, and he's gonna fucking wreck him. And he's like, fine, you want the machine? Bert's been a little pussy the whole time and not been the machine, because he wants to get his family back, because he can't balance in both worlds like the Nutty Professor, he says.
Okay.
So this big, badass guy comes up, and the chick he's with slices his throat. He's bleeding all over the place, but he's this big motherfucker, and he's coming up to Bert still, and Bert's like, oh my God, what the fuck's going on? And his dad's like, show no fear, so Bert rears back to punch him. Goes right in his throat.
It gets stuck.
Yeah.
So essentially, of course you love that part, because it's essentially fisting, is what you're telling me.
He did fist his throat.
It was really funny, because the parts of the movie that are funny are really funny, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's like, oh my God, Dad, I'm inside of him right now. It's so warm inside of him. And then Luke Skywalker's in the back saying, you're fisting him in the throat, son. It's like getting your hand stuck in a jar. Just open your fist.
Doesn't he say turkey?
I don't remember.
But either way, so he uses him, then punches him through the window. The head is stuck out of the window with the fist still in his throat, and he's trying to get it out
on this train.
And was it another train coming, or was it?
It was one of the ding, ding, ding lights by a pole
coming up. So he was trying to get his hand up because he's freaking out. Pulls it out at that moment, and it just gets hit, and it takes his head off.
Yeah.
Well, he's already dead, though, right?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
His body falls on Bert, and he's all screaming.
He wasn't dead when he was basically throat punched. So he was still alive. He was alive
done for at that point.
Yeah. But he was still alive.
Bert's just freaking out, like, how do I get this guy off my hand? That was a funny part. There was a lot of really funny jokes. It's definitely worth watching, like, if it ends up streaming.
Okay.
Definitely worth that. I would give it, like, 2 stars.
I give it a 3.
Mario was a lot more fun.
Yeah, I give that one a 3.5.
Yeah, that half makes up for the fun.
That's right.
I mean, maybe 2.5. I mean, I gotta give it at least full half credit for, like, a great movie. Because I had a good time. I don't regret seeing it at all. It's worth watching. But, I mean, I wouldn't go out of your way to see it. It'll be on Netflix or something.
Oh, it'll be streaming soon.
Very soon. Definitely give it a watch. I would.
Yeah.
I had to get up and pee 2 or 3 times in it, but I never felt like...
You didn't miss anything.
Yeah, exactly. I would never felt like, oh God, I'm going to miss something.
Okay.
But there's a lot of the movie that's fairly slow, so if you have to get up to pee, like, you know when to go, because, you know, there's tens of minutes where not a whole lot's happening. I mean, not a whole lot's happening, but I mean, there's subtle jokes and stuff. It's kind of paced weird. If they do a sequel, it could be a lot tighter.
Gotcha.
But at the same time, for the audience this is targeting, I feel like that's pretty good. Like, because
they're gonna have a good time.
There was some people in the theater sitting in front of us. We went to a 1 p.m. show.
Little matinee, huh?
Yeah, and there was 2 people sitting in front of us and maybe 2 people behind us. It was me, Marty, and his wife.
My wife.
His wife.
Look at him, he was laughing. It's so bad.
I feel like I may have been laughing the hardest, but I was coerced.
I was coerced.
But the guy in front of us was wearing a Your Mom's House hat, and he wasn't laughing as much as I expected to maybe hear him laughing.
Okay.
And I feel like the people that are fans of Bert maybe expected more funny out of this, and Bert was trying to make it more of a personal piece. Maybe see me as more than the machine, while he's trying to make a franchise highlighting the machine and that story at the same time.
Okay.
and potentially spin this off into like several sequels where he's like this cool, all this stuff happens. So it's weird tonally that he's trying to present it one way and then give you a different message out of it. It was kind of a fucking mess, to be honest with you, but it was a fun mess.
All right.
Yeah, it was.
So I give it a whole half a movie credit of 2.5 for sure. You'll laugh really hard at some things. I promise you that.
Okay.
And I don't feel like it was a long movie, so I give it that credit.
No, it was like an hour and 20 minutes maybe or something like that.
Yeah. Marty was sitting down waiting for the end credits to see if there was an after credit scene. I didn't care. So as I was getting up to leave, quickly, the after credit scene came on. It was a fun little gimmick. It was very short. Then I left after that, and there was nothing else.
Nope.
So you sat through the whole entire
No. I looked it up.
I was like, is there anything else? He's like, I don't know. We're going to wait. I was like, give it a goog. And he checked it out. And
it came on right as you were walking out, as a matter of fact.
And so I went ahead and left, but it worked out.
I'm stuck on give it a goog. That was not... Oh.
This is some Mark Norman shit.
All right. Well, that was a machine. Now, we had some announcements for a game that Ben is really looking forward to.
Goddamn right.
What game is that?
Fucking Metal Gear Solid.
Now,
They're making another one?
No,
it's Fast and the Furious at this point, right?
Oh, shit.
Oh, no, not...
The Fast and Furious has, 20 movies now?
That's 10.
10. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's Roman numerals, not German numerals. It's Fast X that just came out.
German numerals. Fantastic.
I don't know what they are, but...
Dutch numerals.
I know their nines or zeros, so... I don't know what their, tens would be.
But,
sixes.
So Metal Gear, no, they announced, first that...
Sorry. I tried to hold it.
Well,
keep
to
going.
bring you back,
Yep, keep going.
They announced Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater as a remake, and then they announced the HD collection. Remaster? Is it remaster?
It's remaster,
yeah.
So is the new Metal Gear Solid coming out?
Well,
It's not a new one. It's not a new one.
They're remastering the original one.
And remakes.
Is the new Grand Theft Auto coming out? A new Grand Theft Auto?
I think.
Yes, that one actually will be.
Yes,
yeah, that was the last game I got jacked to the tits about, and I think that was during PS3 when that game came out.
5, yeah.
Yeah, it's been what, 12 years, 10 years? Was it 2008 or 9 that it came out?
Oh, 14.
Oh, dude,
14,
13 or 14.
It makes them.
Okay, so yeah, it's been 11 years.
Yep. It's been.
I know some stuff leaked about it, but I didn't really look at much, if any of it.
Like, it's amazing how much money they make off 5.
I mean, it's still a regular price game, and it's been out for over a decade.
That's not even what they make money on.
They
Online is what they're making the money on.
finally release the single player extra that they teased when the game first came out? Didn't they finally put out a couple single player missions add-on?
The single player missions have been out the whole time.
No, there've been some extra
not
DLC.
The story.
They mentioned extra DLC story mode single player missions. They teased them when the game first came out. They put them on the back burner for apparently like 10 years.
Well,
if those are out, I'm going to hook my PS. Oh, they may not make them for PS4.
No, the PS4 version should be the same than the PS5 version now.
Ooh, maybe I can play some more GTA 5.
You might want to look that up. I'm not quite sure if they added that or not. But so they make all their money on the online portion of that because they make about millions of dollars a day.
Oh, they have to. I mean, they still got a community.
That's the reason why. That's the reason why that game.
Because GTA 5 was pretty much a perfect game, and if you can make it commerce and people can build a world, why not just milk it forever?
Oh, well, yeah, exactly. That's the reason why we haven't seen 6 in such a long time.
And the PC version where you have all the different mods you can do.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, people are all over that.
Yeah.
And you gotta revolutionize. GTA is a revolutionizing title every time it comes out. It's like Grand Theft Auto revolutionizes games like Nintendo wishes they still revolutionize systems when they come out. That's what they have to do every time they do it, and they fucking knock it out of the park every time.
Who,
except for GTA 4.
I wasn't a big fan.
That was kind of a misstep, but still a fun game. But the other GTAs, maybe GTA 5 was the next one?
That was the newest one, yeah.
But I feel like there was shit that came out after GTA 4 that had to do with GTA. Get more of the skin clone games that they do.
I think they had maybe one.
Yeah, well,
GTA
3 was great. Vice City, fantastic.
Yeah.
San Andreas, great. 4, not so great. 5, revolutionary. 6 is going to do the same thing. It's so crazy that they've went from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5, and the whole meantime, it outlived a system. It was such a good fucking game.
Liberty City Stories, I think, is what you're thinking of, right? Is that right?
I'm not sure.
No, I guess GTA 4 just wasn't that great.
Yeah, I don't think that 4 had as much traction as it.
4 was a lot of fun, though, but like just because of gimmicks, like, hey, let's go bowling, cousin. Roman and stuff.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of fun with 4. It just wasn't as revolutionary.
I wasn't actually into GTA. Besides, I enjoyed the original first one and the second one.
Yeah, the top-down ones.
Yeah,
I bet you like the one that was in like the Britain or whatever.
No, you're talking about that was like 2.5 or whatever.
Yeah,
essentially.
Yeah. I figured you may like it just because it was driven in countries over on your side of the world. You know,
I honestly didn't care for that
European
one.
countries. Well, it was very similar to the other games. Plus, you got to drive the Austin Powers car.
Well, that's the reason why I didn't care too much, because it was so similar to the second one.
It was just reskinned.
Yeah, exactly.
I really loved taking the CD out and putting whatever music
CD in
the
yep.
PS1.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't realize that you could do that.
So the Metal Gear Solid game coming out, you're excited for, Ben?
Oh, the remaster, yeah.
Is it of the original game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like not the Nintendo one, but like the first.
No, the one for PlayStation.
Actually, you know what? It's going to have those on there too.
I thought they already made one of those, didn't they?
So the first one was actually remade on the GameCube as Twin Snakes,
and I never played.
Was it just like a reskin?
No,
but GameCube. That was a long time ago. Okay, I mean more recently.
Recently,
they done
Metal Gear Solid 5
remakes.
They haven't done any that I know of.
No, so they had the HD collection.
Well, they have the HD collection, but this is like a remaster, which is what I want.
Yeah. So the HD collection, I don't think had one.
Well, is the new one built from the ground up for the PlayStation, just doing the same thing?
I don't know if it's built from the ground up.
That would be the coolest idea.
Snake Eater is.
But if you're going to just reskin it, that's why waste your time. But if you're going to just straight up rebuild it...
They announced Snake Eater as being done from the ground up.
It's a remake.
So I'm wondering if they're actually going to do that for Solid. Because, I mean, if they're just going to throw out... If they're going to say, oh, we'll rebuild 3... or
They gave Rick James a game?
No, not yet. Damn it. Sorry.
The Snake Eater?
Yeah. Fuck. He does this all the time.
Watch out, boys.
Yeah.
Chew you up. For PS5, yeah? Far out.
Anyway, Snake Eater, they have said for sure is going to be from the ground up, but then they were like, oh, well, here's Metal Gear Solid and this, and we're going to do something with these two. They're not saying, I don't think they've said what they're going to do with them. If they rebuild it from the ground up, I'm excited. If it's just
it's just a remaster.
Well, then there's no point.
What's the point in remaster?
Then I'll just play it on my PlayStation.
Yeah, but that's exactly what it is, just a remaster, and basically as a collection, because it's going to have Metal Gear.
To what extent is it a remaster? Do they just take the exact same PlayStation game and just update the
sprites on it? Yes.
Yeah. But like, will his hands look like my hands like they do on a PlayStation or a PlayStation 5 game?
No.
Or will they look all poly-gon-y, but like with better detail on it?
Yes.
That's fucking
then
stupid.
I don't want it.
That's what they do.
Man, they're going to charge like $60 for it?
That's the difference between
a
remaster and a remake.
Well, it's not Nintendo's Konami.
Yeah, same thing. Japanese. Video game designers.
But no, I was honestly disappointed when they announced Snake Eater as a remake, because I wanted to see the original one as a remake. just because the original one is the one that I played first, obviously, and it's just, to me, it was a great game. Snake Eater is technically, in the storyline, the first one.
The very first, yeah.
Yes. So that's the reason why they chose
because
that one.
For some reason, Japanese companies love to put out a game, to put out a couple more games as sequels, and then start putting out what they say,
number.
But they're saying they're sequels, but actually it's a prequel, and I hate that. It's like Street Fighter does it. It makes no sense.
Oh, it makes perfect sense, dude. It's just
you have
just like Dragon Ball Z, and that started in the early '80s, man.
Well, you have like Street Fighter 1 and 2 are directly after each other. Then all of a sudden you have 3 that's set way in the future. Then you have Alpha that's set before the first, or before in between 1 and 2.
Yeah.
It's just like, God,
they difficult. Set the stage for us to get the cool shit we get now.
So, the thing is that with a fighting game, I don't care as much as I do with a storyline game.
It's a lot easier with a fighting game to explain stuff away.
Yes.
But with, like
Metal Gear, that's a little bit hard on that one. Yeah.
He's got an eye patch. What's that about?
Well, it's a different snake. So there's different snakes, actually. There's, let's see.
They're code names.
Yeah. Well, there's liquid snake, there's solid snake, and solidus and solid.
Yeah.
So it's Escape from New York?
Yes.
Yeah, Pliskin is
essentially.
Did John Carpenter get money for this?
I don't know.
He should have, but he probably didn't.
In all consideration, yeah.
Well, did he actually write Escape from New York or just direct it? Whoever wrote
Split Hairs?
Yeah.
Sean Cunningham will take you to court over that.
Yes, he sure will, and then we won't get anything out of me for decades.
Let's fucking lock the gears on Metal Gear's box, buddy. You're not going to reskin a fucking thing without George Romero's approval or whoever I was just talking about. John Carpenter. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, so that's Metal Gear.
Speaking of John, they got Dead by Daylight, right? With Michael Myers and John Carpenter. I saw a trailer coming, I think, this next month. They're adding Nicolas Cage to the game.
As Dracula?
As Nicolas Cage.
Oh, just as Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. I don't know why, if he's going to be a killer or a survivor or what.
I actually want Nicolas Cage. Can I have the skin from Face Off? I want that skin to be the skin.
It kind of just looks like Nicolas Cage wearing some sunglasses.
You know of the face he makes in Face Off that's all over memes? It's like the face.
You want John Travolta as Nicolas Cage?
In Dead by Daylight, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That would have been great if it was like Nicolas Cage
and
he shows up like, "Hey, Sandy, let's go."
No, I literally want in depending on the distance, like as he gets closer, the louder "You're the one that I want" keeps getting louder. Yeah, gets real close to you as he's coming. They're missing out on so much money opportunity right there.
Ben said he wants John Travolta to get closer to me when he's coming.
I don't think there's anyone in this room that wouldn't want that.
I would not want that.
Yeah, you would. No. If you seen him now, you definitely would.
He'd slip you a 20.
Oh, he'd have to give me more than that. He's got jets and shit. He's
he's got the Jetsons shit because he's into space aliens and Xenu like Mork and Mindy.
I've been watching that.
It's because he's a Scientologist, Martin.
I know. I get it.
Oh,
well, he's a Scientologist, motherfucker. Him and fucking Tommy Cruise, right?
Now, before we actually finish out, I do want to talk about Mortal Kombat real quick, too.
Okay. Now you're in my realm. Can I help you?
Yeah, I figured.
Who was it that cast it as Johnny Cage?
Well,
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
What?
No,
they didn't.
No. What is wrong with you?
No, have you not seen that?
No, you're lying.
No, I'm not lying.
No, you're getting confused. Okay. And the reason you're getting confused is because one of the skins in the new Mortal Kombat game you get on, if you pre-order, is Jean-Claude Van Damme. He's not Johnny goddamn Cage in the new movie.
I was talking about the game.
I was talking
about
talking about
he's talking about the second movie that they
cast him.
Yes.
Who did they cast him?
I do not know.
They cast him. It was somebody kind of odd choice because he was older than I would have expected them to cast as Johnny Cage. Look. But it still made sense because Johnny Cage. Oh. But it still made sense because Johnny Cage at that point was supposed to have been a washed-up actor. I guess really Lyndon Ashby was probably a little too young to be Johnny Cage. But it's somebody I don't think will really pull off the suave
Is it
Carl
Ashton
Urban.
Kutcher?
Yeah,
Carl Urban.
Yeah, they cast Judge Dredd, man, and Billy Batson from The Boys.
Yeah, he's going to be. Apparently, he is going to.
He's a good actor. He could be cool, but I don't think he's got the right suave. We'll see, But I fucking didn't like that last Mortal Kombat movie, so I don't know if I'll even watch this one. Why waste my time?
But on the game,
yes,
Jean-Claude Van Damme. That's kind of funny, but first off,
well, do you know why?
Huh?
Do you know why?
Why?
Because before it was Mortal Kombat, it was supposed to be like a Jean-Claude Van Damme game.
Oh,
but they could not get like Bloodsport. But it couldn't get, like, something with the rights fell through, so they were like, screw it, we're just going to make this fighting game. And the guy that was modeled to be Jean-Claude Van Damme became Johnny Cage.
Oh,
so that's why he does the fucking split punch into the nuts and all that shit.
That makes sense, because Jean-Claude Van Damme's always doing the splits.
But so the story of them basically going to Mortal Kombat 1 after watching the trailer for the new one. What? Go ahead.
The trailer for the new one looked really cool. Like it looked like everything was a cutscene that I was seeing, but I don't think it was. I think that was actual gameplay because that system looks nuts. So like you're going to be able to split Jean-Claude Van Damme in half, like for making all those shitty movies.
Fuck Time Cop.
No, Time Cop was sick, dude.
I love Time Cop too.
I knew you would. I, for some reason, knew you would. What's just funny to me is that he played Guile in the Street Fighter movie, and now he's in a Mortal Kombat game. Oh, yeah, is fantastic. But
he was also in a Street Fighter game.
Street Fighter, the movie, the game. Yeah.
But watching the trailer for this one and then actually like remembering the ending of the last game,
11. Yeah.
They play it off as being a reboot, but it's
a retelling, but it's a continual story.
It's a continuation of 11.
Because Liu Kang's the fire god, yes.
Exactly. Like, it ends, the way it starts is exactly the way it ends from the 11.
Can I take a second to pause and say, who in their right fucking mind gives a shit about the story of Mortal Kombat? Because
I do.
It doesn't.
Let me point
it doesn't fucking matter, because if I beat the game with Baraka, I don't know the story that it tries to sell me.
Non-canon.
Yeah, so I don't want to have to beat it with a certain character.
That's why. Okay, now listen.
Story mode? Now that's different.
Because that's why they introduced it. Because in the originals, you just played the arcade ladder, and whoever you won with gave you an ending.
Different.
They introduced story mode.
You still get endings if you play just arcade, but they don't matter.
Oh, okay.
No, the story mode is what matters.
Okay.
Yeah, that was introduced in
fighting games. All fighting games started
was introduced a while ago. I remember Kung Lao and Liu Kang having a cutscene by the mountains in the woods.
9. When they rebooted it the first time is when I remember story mode being. They had but also they had different, the open world, in Deception that I liked.
The first
Conquest mode or whatever. Yeah, I liked that, where you could run around and shit.
They had a cool story mode with. I feel like they were like, this is going to be the last Mortal Kombat game we do with these characters. We're going to retire them and try to do something new with it. And everybody hated that idea, so they just kept it going.
Well, so a lot of people...
was that Mortal Kombat X or something?
Well, Armageddon,
maybe it was that one.
It was Armageddon. That's the one where they had, Blaze was all powerful, and everybody was fighting on top of his pyramid to get to his power.
I never played that one. That was the one with the creator wrestler on there.
Yeah, you could create a fighter. Yeah, you could do whatever. So then they rebooted, retold
mechanics. I heard that was a bad game.
Everything through 9, but they started off with Shao Kahn winning that, and by beating Raiden. And as he's about to kill Raiden, Raiden sends a message to himself back in time to say, he must win. And of course, this Raiden from the the original one, has no idea who he's talking about. So he thinks in his head that it's Liu Kang the whole time. Then he's like, no, it's Kung Lao. And then Kung Lao gets killed, and he's like, fuck, no, it's Liu Kang. I was right the first time. And then Liu Kang gets fucked up and killed. And he's like, shit, he meant Shao Kahn in the beginning. So when you play through 1, 2, and 3 in Mortal Kombat 9, when you get to the third one, Raiden lets Shao Kahn win, and the Elder Gods step in. And they're like, hey, motherfucker, you can't just do whatever you want to do. And then they power up Raiden, over 9,000, and he fucks Shao Kahn's world up.
Man, Shao Kahn was an awesome villain.
But then Shinnok comes around in X, and that was kind of...
Man, was he the guy that started up... He had, like, the Pope hat?
Yeah.
It was, like, Mayan?
Yes.
Wait,
no, you're thinking of Kotal Khan. Kotal Khan was like the Aztec warrior.
Shinnok, but also had, like, a weird hat, too.
Yes,
right?
He was like the demon priest-looking guy who floated. He didn't walk.
I know they had the Shang Tsung Mortal Kombat actor play
in
himself
11.
in 11, but did they ever get
yes,
Christian Slater to be be Raiden or whatever?
Christopher Lambert.
Yeah,
they got Highlander
sense.
guy. Yeah, they got him.
Yeah, it's Highlander. Yeah. That's what he was.
Yeah,
in.
Just his voice.
Yeah,
which I thought was cool.
There can be many, but I can be the Highlander. Whatever it was.
That one. Yeah. But anyway, I'm excited for it because it's just going back to the beginning.
Great.
And it looks amazing, especially when he, picks up Shang Tsung by his arms with his dragons and and then punches through him and shoves his head down into the ground.
I thought it was awesome seeing all those Shang Tsung just ripping everybody apart, man. Dude, it looked really cool. But then Liu Kang didn't stand out to me as Liu Kang.
Because he's the fire god, Liu Kang now.
Yes.
If you played 11, the ending to that...
The ending...
Honestly, all the characters that like Liu Kang or Shang Tsung was ripping through, I didn't watch it frame by frame, but they all kind of blended together. Nobody really stood out as...
Well, whoever got stabbed in the fucking face and they went to the ground and they just stomped on their head... And
was it because most all the shots were zoomed in from breaking bones? Or,
yeah.
Now, I wonder if... So, the way they talk about it in the trailer is that they can be, enemies or brothers. And
he says he says it's a time of peace, but you choose war or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I'm wondering if the storyline is going to be basically in this one where you diverge depending on what route you take in the story.
Which is going to be a boring experience if you choose peace.
You could be brothers fighting or brothers hanging in this one. Huh?
That's basically what I'm thinking what they're going to do is that... you're going to be able to choose your storyline more. It's going to have multiple endings to the story,
which is back to what he fucking hates.
Yeah, exactly.
So I
fighting your fucking buddy. Yeah. Oh man, there was a really funny line in The Machine that had to do with that.
What was it?
He was like, "I'm great at talking," or Kreischer.
Oh,
great at talking, fighting, and fucking, and I'm lousy at fucking. And then he hit somebody with something. Yeah.
But I'm interested. I like the teasers they dropped for it. That was cool with just the grain of sand falling and exploding, and then the clock going from 11 and stopping and then shooting forward to 1 instead of hitting 12. I thought that was cool.
A fella at work had mentioned to me speculation of Peacemaker being in Mortal Kombat.
They got leaked. Amazon.
Who was it? Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. One of the guys from The Boys. I can't remember.
Homelander. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, those are your first DLCs.
Yeah, that'll be cool, man. But you got to neuter Homelander. But man, Homelander in a game that looks realistic like that. I remember when I was a kid and Mortal Kombat 1 came out, and they're like, "Oh, this is, it's too realistic. This really looks like people. It's crazy now. It looks like you're pulling out eyeballs." I was like, "Yeah, dude."
What's your favorite fatality?
GTA 6 looks like that, man. Or the next Red Dead game, dude. You know how many hours I just spent sitting in the bushes dressed as the Zodiac and stabbing people in their tents on Red Dead Redemption 2?
Oh my god!
That look real.
I'm so glad you don't you just take this out in video games.
Oh, that's what they're there for, man. It's great. You'll see the KKK out there having bonfires at fucking burning crosses, and you run out there dressed in a black hood and you stab them all to death, and then you just throw them on their burning cross, and then you can turn around and light a cigarette and take a selfie of yourself.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That was my background on my PlayStation for a while. Burning racists.
Watch yourself. What's your
Otis?
What's your favorite fatality from Mortal Kombat? Any of them, doesn't matter.
Honestly, I couldn't tell you nowadays because there's been so many that I'm I couldn't think of one.
I've got 2.
All right, what are those?
The first one is from 9. It's not from it's from 9. It's Kung Lao. He throws his hat down into the ground and it spins. He kicks him down and then grabs him by the ankles and pulls him through it.
How did you like how they played that in the movie?
And then I'm very upset that Kung Lao died. That's my main.
But that's what killed him, was that move, wasn't it? Like his hat came up to the ground and somebody grabbed him and did it to him or something?
Yeah, it was Shang Tsung did it.
Yeah.
I was upset by that. But anyway, there's that one, which I can't remember what they call it. Because Kung Lao's my main guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mainly because of his hat.
We can bring him back.
Oh, yeah. See, they left a big loophole in that one. Like, oh, yeah. But that one, and then Ermac has one.
Ermac was sick, dude.
I can't remember what it's called, but he, like, picks them up with his telekinesis and, like, twists their spine and then pulls their intestines out through their mouth. Yeah, and I thought that was pretty fucking cool.
Also, it was funny when they introduced where you can turn them into babies. And,
babalities, animalities, and friendships.
All that crazy shit.
What I loved is the friendships came about in like the second one, and you just hear Shao Kahn as the announcer go, friendship. And then the third one they came back and he goes, friendship again? And it's just like, yeah, motherfucker. You had like Shang Tsung did a rainbow.
Yeah.
And Stryker would just do crossing guard shit, which was weird. Like all the characters would run by.
I can't really specifically remember any of them that I thought were my favorites, but maybe I'd have to go with pretty much all of Goro's for Mortal Kombat 9.
Yeah, Goro.
Those were really awesome, where he just rip you in half and all of that stuff.
See,
didn't he have one where he'd rip your head off and stick in your stomach, and then or he'd hit you in the head and
it would go down into your stomach?
Yeah, he had some really crazy shit.
I wish they would bring back one character that I liked from
Kintaro,
X.
Man.
Was not Kintaro. It was Ferrator. Do you remember Ferrator, the big brute guy with the little person that set up on top of him and gave him commands?
Didn't they?
No, because they act together.
Yeah, but I thought that I've seen something that it's just going to be the little guy now. Something like
that. Fuck that. No, I want both of them.
Ooh, I'd like to see the Max in it. You remember the Max from MTV back in the day?
Ooh,
that big giant
that's what essentially that's what Tor is. With a big hood over his head.
Yeah, dude. Or Astaroth from that game with that big hammer. What was that game?
Big Hammer.
Yeah, maybe it was Soul Calibur.
Yeah. I don't know.
Hammer.
Yeah, Astaroth.
It could be Soul Calibur. I don't remember.
Well, Mortal Kombat. The new game looks great.
The new game looks great. I've been playing the beta to Street Fighter 6 as well. It's just weird, how they've done things now with it.
Were the leaks of the characters from Mortal Kombat pictures shown? Or
it was just a list of names.
Data mining?
Yeah. Well, I think it was Amazon Italy or something. They accidentally.
It may not even be legit.
I really hope that they're okay, fuck, we got to do this now.
I mean, I'd seen people data mining stuff from the last Mortal Kombat games and shit that didn't end up being true. Ash was supposed to be.
Yeah, they've said that a lot.
And it ended up being some different Ash that was in the game or something. So
I just want to see Shaggy up there. Just bring Shaggy.
Oh, dude, if you get Violent J and Shaggy in there, man, it would be so sick. That would be awesome, dude.
But
because somebody was saying something. I think my kid was saying something there's going to be weird team up moves, you can. I think similar to Marvel vs. Capcom.
Or you can do tag team ultimate combos.
And a tag partner will come in, dude.
Yeah.
If you get Jay and Shaggy in there as the Insane Clown Posse, this motherfucker can Stone Cold stun him, and then Shaggy jumps in with a drop kick. It'd be amazing, dude.
I still want to see the whole spoof thing when they did, the Ultimate Shaggy thing. I want to see that. That's what I want to see.
Well, they made that in the Warner Brothers game.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
Yeah, you can do all that over there, man.
But didn't that tank? Didn't that just tank?
No, so it's kind of funny.
It did pretty good. I don't know if it still lasted, but I know on launch it did well.
So
it could be Bugs Bunny. Why wouldn't it do well?
There was a beta, what they said, I
thought it was pretty alpha.
Beta kind of thing or whatever. And they actually shut it down.
Because Shaggy was too OP.
Really?
And they got
the character.
It's supposed to be released next year.
Yeah, the side.
So what I think is stupid about that is because I'm pretty sure people have been spending money on that already.
What, they shut it down?
They shut it down for the time being. Because they said it wasn't the actual game yet.
That's not good.
Yeah, exactly. That's not
it was all over the place. People were hyping it up. People were spending a lot of money on it.
Yeah, exactly. So they're supposed to be bringing it back next year. I think next year.
That's not going to be good.
Yeah.
No.
That's not going to be good. Thank God they're making a new Looney Tunes movie. If we can't be Bugs Bunny in a video game.
But I've been playing the Street Fighter 6 beta too, and what's weird is they released the demo, right? The demo came first. And the demo had all 3 modes you could do something with. Then they released the beta, and they shut down 2 of the modes, and now it's just you can only do Battle Hub. And I was like, okay, whatever.
Well, they're doing that to stress test.
And believe me, I played it, and their servers are fine. I never lagged. Nothing went wrong. However, so essentially what it is, you're in this giant room, okay? And there's all these arcade machines sitting there.
Oh, that's cool.
And you're your own character. Everybody's their own character.
Oh, wait, it's not real?
And then you go to these arcade machines as your character, and you sit down, and you choose your character before you ever sit down and play. And then you fight.
It's like a me-verse, but you're not a me, obviously.
Exactly.
But it's like you're in a fake room.
Exactly. But what is...
But you are your character, and then when you sit down in the game, you're also your character?
You're one of the Street Fighter characters.
Character you picked on.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Now, here's the thing.
So your character through career mode is... Like, you make yourself, you're like, okay, I'm Ben, I'm going to go in here and sit down.
Exactly. Then you choose Guy or Ryu or Ken.
What the fuck?
But, okay, it's
like Second Life. I spend my life in an arcade, but you're on your couch.
Exactly.
Yep.
Like, I'm going to be this guy playing this game, but I'm going to look way cooler on this game than I do on my couch. Fuck you, Street Fighter.
So, then, what bugs me the most about it is that you fight, and you, like, for instance... When you're in that battle hub and you're in the room, you're not actually against anyone. It'll come up on a screen saying, so-and-so is on, or we have a new player on a win streak, and it'll show who it is, what character they're using, how many wins they got, whatever. What bugs me is that you cannot choose your fighter at any point in time unless you're away from an arcade machine. So, essentially, you're sitting there on your win streak with the same character, and I beat this one person 10 times in a row. He didn't win a single round, but yet he kept, requesting another fight to where I got tired of using the character that I was using and I wanted to use someone else.
Yeah.
But it won't give you the option to choose that.
Yeah.
And that bothered me. I didn't like that.
I
don't like that aspect of it.
Yeah.
Well, it is a beta.
But that's one thing I think they should change is let you select your fighter once someone else sits down and you're able to be like have a match.
It's a tryout system right now, so
and that's fine. But other than that, I liked it. I know.
So for like winning tournaments on these arcade machines, you get money and you can like get your avatar a new hat and stuff.
You can, yes. It's like battle points or something.
So instead of doing
they have a little
in real
shop
life,
off to the
they
side.
can get your real life self a new hat. You sit down on a game and you get that guy a new hat.
Essentially.
Okay.
Also, on the other far side of the room, they do have single player arcade machine sitting there, and like every so often they'll update a new game from Capcom. So like I played Magic Sword and beat it, which was an arcade game from like 1990. And they had Street Fighter 2 Turbo on there that one day I played.
You can do a real arcade, man. Sit down and get tickets, man, and get like a pair of racers.
No, but see, it's good because I downloaded the beta for free, and I can play it for free on my couch. So I don't have to go anywhere, do anything.
Anyhow, we're going to have to finish this one out.
Hang it up.
All right. Well, so, yeah.
I think that next week, once you guys catch up on the rabbit hole, we'll be ready to talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely.
Then we can always go back to the trusty, what was it, 24? I never watched that show. But I'm sure you guys might have.
I don't remember. Maybe.
No, never. Not once.
Anyway, if anybody feels like writing in, write in to the Uncircumcised Podcast at gmail.com.
It takes 2 minutes to write an email. Shit.
Or dictate an email to somebody else and have them write it if you're too stupid to do it yourself. At the Uncircumcised Podcast at gmail.com.
Or don't. Whatever you feel like.
If you have complaints about maybe the volume of the podcast or
Ben's voice.
I have a lot of complaints about that.
If you think that it could sound better or that we may like a change.
If you don't like my accent.
If you don't like accent.
And you're racist.
We can have Marty install a filter that makes him sound a little more Australian. Like, I can turn that on real quick.
Yeah.
It's working pretty good, mate. You reckon?
Oh, you said Australian. I said you said Austrian.
Oh, I turned the filter off real quick in the middle of that. Yeah, it was Australian. He didn't expect that.
Jesus.
Or if you want Ben to sound more like Martin, we can try that too. Whatever suggestions you got, maybe movies we could watch or places we could go, and then probably not even talk about on the podcast. But if you just are like, hey man, you should try this cheeseburger, we might try it. Or we, might not. Fuck you. We'll see what you got to say. But if you got something to say it at the uncircumcisedpodcast@gmail.com. And maybe Martin will send you a $5 Amazon gift card for your troubles.
Fuck that.
You may. I didn't say you would. Well, email us and maybe I will.
What?
Maybe I won't. Maybe I will.
If they have PlayStation, I will send them an Xbox card. If they have an Xbox, I will send them a PlayStation card.
Well, now you ruined it. You could have just said if you have a PlayStation.
I'll send you an Amazon card. I'll send you an Amazon card.
Damn it.
And you can spend it wherever you want at GameStop.
Goodbye.